let's just take a moment to appreciate Bentley sleeping on Willow and Rocco's bed. Welcome back to more of The Sims 4. This is episode 26, I think. And yeah, we are back with the Alfonso Sheets family and household here. I don't know why they're just stood in Leo's room. He's just woken up like, what the hell are you doing? But regardless, we are back with this family. Rocco's currently at work. And yeah, hopefully this is going to be another big, exciting episode. I have a few things planned, but not entirely structured. You're not going to go and work out, Alfonso. You're also still very sad from losing all your friends, which, to be fair, I think I can understand. But yeah, in this episode, you're also crying, Bentley. So, before anything else... Oh, what's wrong? Your bowl's not empty. Oh, that's what's wrong with you. So we're going to move away from there. Also, thank you to people who liked Willow's outfit in the last episode. I did change it up to be a bit more witchy, but ultimately, that's not how things worked out last episode. But yeah, speaking of last episode, thank you all who got back to me about what we could do about the whole Willow dilemma situation. Obviously, her and Rocco travelled back to the magical realm, and she wanted to be a spellcaster. Unfortunately, because she's an alien, she couldn't, and she'd have to renounce that side of herself if she wanted to continue learning it. But on her behalf, Rocco became a spellcaster. So there was the idea of, could she learn through him or write a book that she was going to write about his adventures instead, because he's kind of doing it for her? Or could we maybe have Willow get rid of the alien side of herself? And she opened up to Leo about it, also Rocco as well. And I put it to you guys to kind of, suggest what might happen and what you'd want to see with that. And it seems you guys are in agreement with me. If I was going to go with my gut, I would be like, just let Rocco do it. Because I don't think Willow would necessarily want to get rid of the alien part of herself. A lot of you guys agreed, and they felt, learning through Rocco was the best kind of solution to that dilemma. So that's going to be what we're going to go for, I think. Willow is going to remain an alien, and therefore she cannot become a spellcaster. I don't think she'll want to get rid of that side of herself, which is fair. Bentley is scratching the sofa, so how about you don't do that? And yeah, that's going to be what's happened with that whole situation. But when Leo was kind of thinking on all of that, he went to a bar to kind of just think about what Willow's dilemma was and what he would do. He also met a girl called Charlotte, and they seemed to have quite the spark. He started singing songs about her the second she left. So I think we need to explore a bit more of that relationship in this episode. I'm also going to have Willow and Rocco take everyone out to dinner, so she can kind of put all the cards on the table as to her dilemma. She's going to admit to Jay and Alfonso what had been going on with her and what she'd been, estimating and thinking about doing, and what her ultimate decision is. And there might even be something else happening with Willow and Rocco in this episode that we will be getting to a bit later on. So yeah, once again, we're going to be focusing a bit on the kids. Alfonso, I think you've gone to cry. Yeah, he's gone to cry out because he's still very sad about his friends dying. And you poor, poor man. He just did a bit of working out, so he's also probably quite exhausted. Dangerously tired. Alfonso, what? You could have just dropped dead. Oh boy. So yeah, he's still struggling with the loss of his friends, but in a couple of days hopefully he'll start feeling better. So when everyone gets back from work, I think we're going to head out to a meal, just so Willow can kind of explain the situation that she was going through to everyone, and the fact that she will be remaining an alien. Write a non-fiction book. But yeah, there could be more things happening with Willow in this episode, and while we can't yet afford to move anyone out, life goes on and big events are going to happen. We need a new book for you to write, don't we, Willow? It's going to be an exciting sequel to The Wind in the Willows. 2 Wind, 2 Willows. And then Alfonso's going to come and chat with her, probably about him feeling quite sad. And that's good. If you're feeling sad, talk to someone. Okay, I've just seen Alfonso could actually get another promotion if he works a bit harder over the next couple of work days. He doesn't actually have work for 3 days. But I feel like maybe one more promotion he'd be at the top of his career. So I feel like maybe we keep him working. And he works hard for an extra few days and he'll get a really good pension and stuff when he retires at the top of his field. I think that'd be really good. Since Alfonso's the character we created for this series, it'd be nice to see him do the best he can in his job. Jay, could get a promotion, potentially today, if not in another few days. But once he gets his next promotion, I'm going to have him retire, so I feel like Jay's going to be retiring first. So I think it'd be a lot more work, probably, to get his next promotion up, even though he'd only have to get one more promotion as well. It depends what skills he needs to get promoted after his next lot. But either way, potentially some Jay and Alfonso retiring very, very soon. But until then, we'll just get ready for going out to dinner tonight as a family. Bentley's offering to help, I think, with writing Willow's book. Jay is back from work, didn't get a promotion, so maybe in another couple of days. I mean, he's very close. And Willow's just finished her second book. Well done, Willow. How about we therefore publish it? We'll send it off to be published. I can't remember what we did last time. I think we sold it to a publisher. Maybe for like this Wind in the Willow series, we sell it to publishers. And for another like set of books, Rocco's also home. Another set of books, maybe we have her like self-published some. Bentley coming in from the rain. You're very uncomfortable. How about you actually get in the house, you guys? Yeah, instead of just stood in the rain. And once Leo gets back from work, which should be pretty soon, we can all head out to dinner. Right, so Chez Lama restaurant. Let's head there and wait 15 hours to get one course, probably. Well, this girl doesn't know personal space. Well, this is grossly awkward. Turns out Chez Lama only have tables for 4 maximum. Wow, Leo, you're me. You're an absolute mood. Maybe we should have brought Charlotte along for this. I did not think that through. But yeah, that kind of sucks. So Leo has to sit on his own. But they're all still one group. Let's just pretend they're all sat on the same table. I could edit the lot, but that would take effort. But yeah, they've all kind of come to dinner. And yeah, sorry, Leo. Okay, so Willow's just kind of sat everyone down and saying, listen, when Rocco and I went away for the weekend, we kind of found a magical realm. And you could become a spellcaster and learn magic and stuff like that. But I couldn't learn it myself, being an alien. And I was tossing up the idea for a while of maybe giving up that part of myself, but I'm not going to. Rocco's kind of going to be the surrogate spellcaster, I guess. And Leo's just in the back like, she came to me for this decision, I helped. Because Leo was kind of saying, I think you should just remain true to who you are. And maybe if Rocco wasn't part of the situation, maybe she could have just gone for it and maybe accepted a different part of herself and a different side to her life and become a spellcaster. But because of Rocco being around and he could kind of take on that role for her, I think it makes sense that she stays true to who she is. So she's just saying, you know, I wanted to just make that clear. I was going through that, but Rocco and Leo kind of helped me through it. And I didn't want to get you guys involved too rash, and just in case I didn't make this decision. But yeah, she's remaining true to the alien side of herself, and I think Alfonso and Jada appreciate her at least finally telling them. So they could have just kept this under wraps now that things aren't really going to change too much. But if Rocco starts doing magic around the house now, they know. So that's all out in the open. They can just enjoy a nice meal together. And yeah, Leo's also there. Yeah, this is fine. I'm okay. I'm not lonely at all. And they've also kind of announced that since Rocco's kind of taken this big task on for Willow and done so much for her, and proven kind of really how willing he is to kind of change his life completely for her, and how crazy life has been already for them, they're not going to waste any more time, and they're actually going to be getting married in just a few days. So it's not going to be too long of an engagement, not going to do a party or anything, they're just going to start their lives together. And while they can't move out of the house straight away because they can't afford to, it's something they really want to do, given everything that's happened recently and how committed they clearly are to each other. So that's going to be a thing as well. And hopefully, at the end of this episode, that's going to happen too. And seeing like these two happy couples together, taking pictures of their food, just chatting away. Leo does obviously feel a bit left out, bless him, sat on his own little table. But seeing these two couples, I think, is getting him thinking of a certain girl that maybe he needs to contact again. Everyone's brainstorming methods of chef napping. Huh. Let's move on from that. Okay, that was an $132 meal. That's good. But yeah, oh, they're still getting flirty again. But it is 6 AM. Maybe everyone should get to bed. Oh my god! No! gosh. Oh my god, I'm so done. These two do not want to stop working out. My god, you're going to drop dead. How are you going to feel then? Dead. Right, Leo's actually asked Willow for a favour. And yeah, she's actually written him a note to get him out of work for the next day, saying that he's sick. As kind of a payback for him like giving her advice over her whole kind of dilemma in the last episode. Because he kind of wants to follow his gut and follow his heart today. So he's going to take the day off work and see if he can contact Charlotte. I got a notification, have Sims be abducted by aliens 3 times. That's definitely a lie, it's been more than 3 times. I have actual footage and proof of that. I imagine it's just talking about Rocco, because it's certainly been 3 times for him. Ridiculous. Poor guy. So we're going to have Leo send a text to Charlotte, and hopefully she'll get it when she wakes up, because it's still a bit early. But just kind of saying, there's any chance we could maybe meet up today somewhere. And hopefully she'll agree. He got a deep connection from talking to Alfonso and from sending a text to Charlotte. So that's very wholesome. Right, Charlotte phoned him back when she woke up and said, sure, come round to my house. Just listen to the address, blah, blah, blah. Bentley. Bentley. Just such a mood. So yeah, he's going to go round to Charlotte's house and they're going to chat about things. But what are they going to chat about? That's going to be the big deal. Okay, that was a long-ass conversation those two had. Like, that was cool. That must have been a no you hang up situation. Now this, I must say, is pretty damn hilarious. Oh, what's this? We got an achievement for something. Play Sims 4 for 24 hours. I've definitely played it for more than that, Sims 4. But this is kind of funny. Who remembers this place? OGs will remember. This is where Charlotte lives, which I didn't realise. Because obviously some Sims, when I get added to the game, they are put in like random houses with people. And this is where Charlotte lives, so we're going to knock on the door. And if you do cast your mind back, I don't know exactly how long it's been since we were in this house. Leo was certainly a lot shorter, but this is our old house. And this is actually where Charlotte lives now, which is absolutely hilarious. And Gerard or Lorenzo lives here, so let's introduce yourself to him. This is who Charlotte lives with. Charlotte's about to come downstairs, he turns flirty. Wow boy. Charlotte's just come down, they're chatting. They have a dog, but the dog's filthy, which isn't ideal. Mango, great name for a dog. But I didn't know there was a dog here. You asked if she's single. Well, that's... At least you're being subtle in your approach there, Leo. But I need to clean this dog, even if I have to cheat to do it. Because I cannot have this happen. You need to be a good boy. There we go. Oh, wow. You really were filthy. Good boy, Mango. So yeah, these two are chatting. She thinks he came over probably to talk about the whole thing with his sister. But he's kind of like, actually, I'm here... Excuse me? He's here to talk about something else. And I think this guy knows it. I think he's kind of letting her know, you know, everything's kind of worked out alright with my sister. She's kind of made a decision she's very happy with. And that she's actually getting married in a few days. And I think he's probably going to invite her along, actually. And she's kind of asking, is that as a sort of date? And he's kind of saying, yes, I would say so. Because I haven't really been able to stop thinking about you or haven't really slept since we ran into each other at that bar. And I'm really very glad that that was a thing that happened. And he's learned that she's creative and things, you know, they're flirting a bit. She seems to be liking it. So yeah, she's agreed to go to the wedding, which is pretty awesome. So I think it's safe to say she's probably feeling the same way about their instant connection that he was. She loves art. He's learning a lot about her very quickly, so that's good. And yeah, they're over halfway through their friendship bar. Just became good friends. And he's flattering her. Oh! We've got a bit of romance. Guys, it's all kicking off. Deep Connection's getting stronger and stronger. It's now lasting 5 hours. And as far as we're aware, she's not evil. So that's good. That's a nice change from the previous couple of people that have piqued Leo's interest. He just confessed his attraction to her, and she was like happy about it. So excellent. So it seems Rocco's got a promotion, which is awesome. Why are you two going upstairs? Oh! Okay, she's definitely coming to the wedding, I would say. I was nervous when they both went upstairs to do something romantic, but they just had their first kiss, guys, so clearly there is quite the spark here, and the dog agrees, he ships it. Ooh, steamy exchange. I don't think I want to like rush too fast with these two. So maybe a bit more flirtation. But I don't think we'll get straight to woohoos or anything just yet. We know how it went with Diamond. So ignore the very stinky plant behind them. Clearly there is some mutual attraction going on with those two. And she's going to come to the wedding, and Leo earned 840 million while home sick. So yeah, it seems Leo has a new romantic spark in his life. She seemed to feel the same way he did after their initial interaction. And yeah, she's going to be coming to the wedding as his date, so that's awesome. Right, so he's just got home, he's very happy from having his first kiss with someone and making a new good friend. So it's kind of started with like this really deep kind of connection via friendship, and then I think just that natural spark they had kind of lit a flame. So it became something else entirely from their very quick friendship, and I like that a lot. So Jay just went swimming, which is exercise. Alfonso is on the treadmill. I think Leo's kind of saying, I've got a date to the wedding, Dad, I've got a date to the wedding. And he seems very happy about that, so that's good. But you need to stop working out because I do not want you to drop dead. Look at that adorableness. Oh, Bentley. Okay, so it's been a couple of days of them just going to work, doing all that nonsense, and living their lives. And then here, as you can see, Willow actually has a win now, get married to Rocco. So I think Willow has the right idea there. And here we have it. This is going to be their wedding venue. So everyone's all here already. We invited a few people, obviously all the household members, a couple of friends as well. I think Morgan, who they met in the Magical Realms there as well. Also Ashley, who I think was one of Leo's roommates, but Willow actually got along with her really, really well when she was like visiting a few times. So yeah, look at this place. There's like a piano and stuff, a microphone, a bar, loads of chairs. Too many chairs for us, but that's fine. It's better to have too many than not enough. And there's even another bar back here, look, where someone's already working. A little toilet facility inside. So it's this really lovely little place, quite isolated as well. There's nothing else in this lot currently. But yeah, I think it looks amazing here. And it's a beautiful little location. And this is going to be where Willow and Rocco tie the knot. So everyone is here. Alfonso is back in his iconic outfit with his top hat. And as you can see, Charlotte's here as well. She did come along in the end, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure Leo is very, very happy that she did manage to come along. She did actually call a couple of times during those previous 2 days, like wanting to go on dates, but he's always been at work, so it could never happen, unfortunately. And yeah, one hell of a location here. There's a random man, which is nice. I think, yeah, he expresses admiration to Jay, that's very wholesome. So yeah, the whole family is here. There is Willow in her wedding dress, looking lovely. This is where it's all going to happen, guys. Rocco and Willow are finally going to get married. You know, they've known each other for a very long time at this point. They first met way back when Rocco invited Leo for a play date when he was just a kid. Willow came along, and they ended up getting along a lot better than Rocco and Leo did, because they knew him from school, and it's all led to this as they've grown up, matured, spent a lot more time together, and yeah, it's all come down to this moment. So everyone's just like gathering around, sitting down. Dina Goff's here for some reason, I don't know why, and these two are heading inside, so everyone's watching from outside. And ladies and gents, after they've been engaged at this point for a couple of weeks, I think, in terms of The Sims, but they just couldn't wait any longer after the commitments they made in the magical realm and everything. It's all led to this moment, and thank the Lord they've made it. The rest of their lives are going to begin. Obviously they're still going to be staying at home for a while because they can't afford to get their own place just yet. But yeah, the future, I think, is very bright for these two. And I'm really glad that they actually went the distance in the end. And yeah, I guess Willow's going to become Willow Millard if she chooses to take his last name. Just exchanging the rings. Beautiful scenes. Everyone's just like stood there watching with their umbrellas, which is fair. And there we have it. Spouse, there we have it. Soulmates, spouse. So look, from The humble beginnings when she was first born, a twin with Leo, alien babies. Look at them now. She just got married. Very, very happy for those two. I know we have quite a few Willow and Rocco fans who watch this series, so I'm sure they'll be very, very pleased with this development. And we need to find somewhere they can put this where they can actually cut it properly. I don't know where that would be. Oh, there's a table here. That might work. Wedding cake's been cut. Very wholesome. Look at that. Ah, I'm very glad that it's all worked out for those two, and hopefully they have a very happily ever after headed for them for the rest of their lives. But yeah, they got married. Rocco and Willow are officially married, and I'm glad that everyone can still be here. Obviously I didn't want to wait too long for it all to happen and stuff like that, because I still wanted Alfonso and Jay to be here. So luckily they were here to see their daughter get married. Will they still be around to see Leo get married? The future's still a bit more uncertain on that, but Charlotte did come along, which is definitely a good sign. She's willing to meet the family at such a kind of high pressure event as well, a crazy event like this. I think that shows how much, I mean, it's not the best image, we'll give you some privacy. I think that anyway shows a lot of how she potentially cares about old Leo here. And she came along, which is very wholesome. They have a good spark. Who knows where things will lead with those two? We'll have to wait and see. But at least things have certainly worked out for Willow and her first love as well, which is really, really nice. Although Morgan doesn't seem too pleased that they've got married. He's probably sad that she's decided not to be a spellcaster, so he's like, fine, whatever. But yeah, very, very wholesome stuff to see those two finally get married. Now I suppose we think about saving up to get their own place, which may come when Alfonso and Jay retire and get a bit of money from that. And there's also the question of... Oh. They're getting flirty, of course. Nothing changes. But now is the question of, do they try for a baby? Do they have kids while still at home? I know a lot of you are very keen for Alfonso and Jay to become granddads before they pass away. And I think I'd like to see that as well. Alfonso's kind of whole journey was to make sure that these family of his kind of grow up really well. Oh yeah, Ashley doesn't like public displays of affection, so Rocco blowing her a kiss made her a bit upset, which is kind of funny. But big mood, Ashley. I feel you there. And yeah, look at them all. So there's Rocco, his wife, and his father's-in-law, which is very, very wholesome. There's also a random woman in the background. But yeah, what do you think? Should we have them try for a baby in the next episode? Very, very flirty. And yeah, that could be quite something. It'd be a very crowded house if they do have a kid, but I think it could be worth it. And these two are still chatting away into the night. I'm glad she could come to the wedding as well. And yeah, as sparks fly for Rocco and Willow and they got married, I think sparks are also flying for these two. I really like Charlotte a lot, actually. I like the look of her. And just look at the way Leo's looking at her. Very, very wholesome. He clearly has a lot of adoration for her already. And the spark between them was definitely a mutual feeling as well. And yeah, hopefully things are going to go well for these two. Hopefully just as smoothly as it did for Willow and Rocco. I mean, that's probably a very, very good sign of things to come. She's very happy about that. Seems like love's really in the air around here. Obviously Alfonso and Jay, Rocco and Willow, and these two, I think there's definitely sparks are flying. But that is going to be it for this episode. Let's find Rocco over there. Well done. I approve of you marrying my daughter. And yeah, they both seem very, very happy. She was watching him from over there. That's very wholesome. A lot of love in everyone's eyes in this episode. And yeah, Rocco and Willow got married. The future looks bright for them. Let me know. Shall we have them try for a baby in the next episode, maybe? Start the next generation of this family. I think we're also going to focus on Alfonso and Jay a bit in the next episode, and probably have them work towards maybe one more promotion, and then they can retire and just enjoy the rest of their lives. And maybe also focus a bit more on Leah and Charlotte. She seems to be adjusting very well into this family. Like, she's just talking to this whole group of random people, but also Alfonso and Jay. She's kind of introducing herself to them, which is wholesome. And yeah, she seems very, very happy as well. It's a happy, pleasant conversation. And they've been chatting for at least like 5 hours at this point. So I think there is love in the air at this wedding, and not just for the married couple. So yeah, we might explore those two a bit more in the next episodes. Definitely more with Alfonso and Jay, and potentially Rocco and Willow making a big step in trying for a baby, perhaps. Let me know if you want that to happen. And I think we also should explore more of Rocco being a spellcaster in the next episode. So lots of exciting stuff to look forward to as the next chapter begins for Rocco and Willow. Congratulations, you guys, and hopefully there's going to be a lot of happiness in their future. So yeah, they're married. Exciting times, and until next time, thanks for watching.